Coinbase is considering over 100 altcoins after boosting Cardano and Engine and several others. What are the coins on that list, though? That's subject for discussion. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of your Digit Hustle News. Ladies and gentlemen, got a short but sweet video for you today. All right, crypto exchange Coinbase, the king, just went public, okay? And prior to that, all of last year, I was made aware of something called the Coinbase effect. We saw it with Engine, we saw it with Filecoin, we saw it with District OX, we saw it with Civic, several coins that once you hit Coinbase, it's like getting drafted in the first round, okay? Now, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong just did an interview on CNBC, which I will have in this video, so make sure you stick around to the end for that. But he revealed that the exchange is planning to add a few more coins to its roster. And, went on to explain why people should invest into the company. Now, he says that we are not tied to one particular asset. We're adding support for over 100 crypto assets now, and there will be more and more in the future. We're also a kind of what you may call an indexed bet or leveraged bet on the crypto space. More broadly, because we're kind of selling picks and shovels, we're helping people access and use this new technology. So I think we're going to grow along with the crypto space. Simply put, shares in Coinbase is the ultimate cryptocurrency ETF. You want to invest in cryptocurrency, Coinbase is the leader. If crypto's doing well, mathematically, Coinbase should do well. But like I alluded to, they've already added 8 new assets this year: Cardano, Matic, Scale, Sushi Swap, 1inch, Engine, NKN just recently, and Origin Protocol. Now, here comes the sweet part, ladies and gentlemen. The list of coins that are coming up for Coinbase, some of them we mentioned on this channel, okay? So, to my Digibyte and VeChain holders, this is the year. VeChain holders, it was already our year, okay? Q1 belonged to VeChain. I think that was the best performing asset so far this year next to Ethereum. But pay attention to the list, guys. We got Aragon, Airweave, Digibyte. Digibyte just broke 14 cent as of last night. Haven't checked this morning, but yeah. So Digibyte, Horizon, Live Peer, Keep Network, Render Token. Told you guys it was coming. Render has there are some big eyes on Render, guys. Big eyes. Saya Coin, which if you check out my video on Saya Coin, you'll know I butchered the name, but that's not the important part. The important part is that Saya Coin is coming to Coinbase. Okay, now you can get Render, Saya Coin. Well, you can get Render on KuCoin. Saya you can get on Abra. So get down there with me in the comments or on Twitter if you want to figure out how to get down with those platforms. Now, for its custodial platform, Coinbase Custody, okay, which would be the more the public, the retail would come to the app. Okay, they just added 4th as of last night, and the earning feature also. So now you can earn it free. My lady, she got like $5 free last night in 4th. Just for being ahead of the curve. Audius, another important token on this list, guys. If you check out my other YouTube channel, you already know my story with Audius. October of last year, I received quite the blessing from Audius, okay? I had been with Audius from January of 2020. We're talking pre-COVID, all right? I had been with them for a while, okay? And I just had a feeling with it being one of the most popular, and one of the best user interfaces. I knew that Audius was going to develop into a megalith, and sure enough, it did. And I was compensated quite well. Okay, another crypto that I've been hearing more about is BitTorrent. Okay, now guys, if you don't know about BitTorrent actually has some lineage that goes back way back to the early stages of the internet. I'm talking your uTorrents and your Pirate Bays and your LimeWires, okay? That technology, that philosophy, those people are in this BitTorrent, okay? It's the reason why the torrent name is still there. BitTorrent. uTorrent to BitTorrent. Yeah, that's going to be a very popular project, especially once that hits CB. And the best part about it, BitTorrent, guys, is under a penny right now, especially because the markets have been acting kind of funny. That's a good buy, okay? Another token that I mentioned on this channel, eGold, just landed a partnership with Walmart, okay? Walmart needs to say nothing else. Just stablecoin, that is the Tron Network's new stablecoin and new DeFi platform, making some waves. Want to stay focused on the Asian market at all times. Movie Block, guys, I didn't do too much digging on Movie Block, but I am aware that companies like Mogul exist. They're working with Chainlink. So I can only imagine what Movie Block is, if they're being watched by Coinbase, what they're gonna do. So going down, we got Nervos, Nexus, Ontology, Pax Gold, Pax Standard, Reserve Rights, Sun. Now, getting down to the bottom part of this list, guys, and here's kind of my favorite section. Of course, we see VeChain again, all right? And then we have Tron, the most controversial Tron. But guys, that's the Asian market. They're emerging, and there isn't anybody that can tell me otherwise. I'm not selling anything if it comes from China, all right? Now, the last token on this list, and this might be a game changer, because if Wink gets listed on Coinbase, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, these videos will start coming from a live studio set, probably with an audience. I'll just put it that way, okay? Because Win Token is a low-key, powerful gambling platform, and they're developing partnership after partnership with team, league, and just on a massive scale. Okay, now you can bet on esports games, you can bet on live baseball games, you can bet on live football games, you can bet on movies, it's all types of stuff. And gambling is going to be a $1 billion economy in the next 3 years. I can pretty much guarantee. But Wink, especially if it's being eyed by Coinbase, I know the Wink community on Twitter, guys, they go hard for the token. Okay, they go hard. If you're holding some Wink, throw a win, put the win down in the comments. Let me know. Let me know, because I'm definitely holding some Wink. Like I said, these videos will be coming from a live studio audience. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you that list. Okay, there are some major things coming from Coinbase down the pipeline. All right, and also I'm going to leave you with this gem, Grayscale. We cannot forget about Grayscale, because there is word in the air that their next investment product will be Tezos. When more comes out, of course, I will let you guys know. But with that being said, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Of course, you can get down at me in the comments. You holding any of these coins now, or you're looking to get into them? Let's talk about it. And always check out the link section, guys. I got plenty of resources down there. My social media is down there. BitClout, Twitter, Library, free crypto goodies through Pipeflare. Get you some Dogecoin, Zcash. And if you're new to cryptos, KuCoin, check it out. It's a pretty dope platform. It's a little bit advanced, but they will walk you through it. And you can find a lot of these low cap gems like Wink on KuCoin. So make sure you take advantage of that. But once again, guys, thank you for coming back to the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you. Each and every one of y'all. And you know what I'm going to tell you. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. And most importantly, make that money. I'll see y'all in the next video.
And how investors should think specifically about the valuation of Coinbase relative to the valuation, for example, of Bitcoin, and how correlated he thinks they're going to be.
Over the years, people always ask me, well, should I invest in Coinbase or should I just buy the underlying asset? And I would always tell them, well, first of all, why not do both? Both are great ideas. But I can make the case for why people might want to invest in Coinbase too, which is that we're kind of not only are we're not tied to one particular crypto asset. We're adding support for over 100 crypto assets now, and there'll be more and more in the future. And we're also kind of what you might call an indexed bet or a levered bet on the crypto space more broadly, because we're selling picks and shovels. We're helping people access and use this new technology. So I think we're going to grow along with the crypto space, but if we keep growing share, then we'll sort of be an addition of that on top of just the price of crypto, hopefully.
One of the other big questions I think investors have when it comes to valuation is whether they should compare you to a broker or an exchange. Your valuation, by the way, is effectively the same now as the New York Stock Exchange. Or they should think of you as a fintech company, more in line with a PayPal or a Square in terms of multiple. How do you think about it?
Yeah, so this is one of those companies where it's tough to come up with an exact comparable. It's kind of like saying, is Tesla a car company? Well, yes, but it's also kind of a software company, right? Or you could come up with any example. Is Amazon a retailer? Sort of, but it's also a software company. And so, Coinbase it's technology, it's software, it's cybersecurity. It also has aspects of financial services with compliance and legal and various licenses that we've gotten. And so you could say, okay, well, that's finance and technology, that's fintech. And I think there's some truth to that, but it's actually kind of different because most fintech companies are really building, I would say kind of like the UX layer on top of all the same underlying rails, whether that's ACH transfers or SWIFT or wire transfers or credit cards. And so a lot of their services look similar. They can innovate in the UX layer, but they're all the pricing and the speed at which transactions move and everything is kind of similar because it's underneath. We're kind of really, you can think of us as the first fintech that's kind of like vertically integrated. We own the customer relationship all the way down to integrating with the underlying rails themselves. And of course, these are brand new rails, the cryptocurrency blockchains out there that are inherently global. They're cross-border. They're allowing kind of transaction confirmation times to come down. They're allowing fees to come down, at least, when things are working well, and we need to keep scaling blockchains. So building on these new rails is kind of a really cool opportunity to create a new type of company, a crypto company. It's really kind of a new category.
Last year, 96% of Coinbase's revenue was generated through transaction fees, which is an issue that a lot of investors have been focused on. I asked Brian Armstrong about the impact of greater competition over the long term on those fees.
We haven't seen any margin compression yet, and I actually wouldn't expect to see it in the short and the midterm. The reason is that, well, for one thing, crypto is just changing so quickly, and it's actually accelerating in the pace of change, both in terms of number of assets and all the things that people want to do with crypto. So there's no real risk of commoditization happening yet. I guess the other thing is that there's really a custody fee that's sort of baked into the transaction fees, which is a little different than in the traditional brokerage world and things like that. So I don't expect there to be fee compression short and midterm, but Longer term, yes, I do think there could be fee compression just like in every other asset class out there. And so what you've seen is in our financials, we've started to invest in different revenue streams that are starting to provide these green shoots of revenue, and things like Coinbase Earn, our Coinbase debit card, staking revenue, ways that people are earning yield on their assets. And we've started to monetize a number of things like this. Our custody business for our institutional customers, for instance. So these are providing more steady, predictable streams of revenue. And my guess is that in 5 or 10 years, you'll see that be maybe even as 50% or more of our revenue.